Hello everyone, David here, MixbusTV. Once again, I'm here at Ikari Studio with my friend
Dweezil Zappa. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. We are here today not because we have any particular thing to talk about as far as audio or equipment. It's more, how do you get along with your community in terms of how do you reach them? How does your content reach them? And we were talking about this for a number of reasons because there are a lot of people that have problems trying to build an audience, and once they do, how are they actually reaching them? Is it with email, or is it just because they're replying in comments on YouTube? Mm-hmm. So should we just jump into that?
Yeah, so the question is more like how do you get along with YouTube, right? Because of course that's my main platform, and we've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah.
And I made like a big mistake back when I started the channel because it wasn't in my plan for the channel to become as big as it is right now. So I never had a mailing list. That's my my fault. I'll admit it. But
well, a lot of people think that you don't need a mailing list, right. But the reason that you would want one is, let's say the internet was created today. Mm-hmm. It would be pretty obvious that you would want a channel, a single place where you put all your stuff, all your content, all your merchandise, all your music, whatever you make, all in one place so people can reach you there and you can have them in a continuous way. You can feed this environment, the community can feed itself, and you can reach them with their email. Mm-hmm. And you look at big companies like Apple or Amazon, they have your email. They don't use social media to contact you. They contact you with your email. And when you go on their site, you never leave. They don't want you to go 5 or 10 or 15 other places. So having an email list is crucial to having a business that can sustain itself.
And a community, especially for someone who, like me, does education.
Yeah.
And I think everybody who has interaction with YouTube and the content on YouTube suffers from it. You don't really have a way to connect with your audience. So in my case, it's 135,000 plus subscribers, because you don't have their email, you don't have any, not even my members, paying members on my channel, I can't connect with them through YouTube, which is crazy. The only way you have to connect with your audience is post another video. But the problem with YouTube is you are at the mercy of their algorithm. So basically, if they like your thumbnail and your title that day, they will tell 1/10 of your subscribers that you posted another video.
And these are the people that you've cultivated that they take advantage of. And the general public doesn't really seem to know that if you're working really hard to make content that's educational, or you're trying to earn money on the music that you make, if you're just doing it with social media, you don't have a way to actually make that contact to actually create a sale. You can get a like, you can get a comment, but you always have to say, hey, if you like what I'm doing, if you want to support me directly, go to my website or go to wherever you're telling them to go. And in this case, what's happening with your website?
With my website, it happens that we moved basically everything, and for the first time the audience can find everything in one single place. So that means videos that are now behind the membership on YouTube. They can find all the mixing and mastering courses, they can find merch, they can find my discography, so my mixes, everything, and a lot more things. They can contact me and book me for mixing, recording, production.
What about lessons, like private lessons?
Lessons, they're all gonna be in one place, and the new website, which is MixbusTV.rewardmusic.com, which will
it's
also
actually just going to be MixbusTV.com.
Exactly, it's going to be linked to MixbusTV.com just straight up, and will redirect to this new website where everything is going to be there. Everything is going to be in one place, and of course we are going to transition all the YouTube material there. The YouTube channel is not going anywhere, of course.
So really what you're saying is that if somebody's in a situation like you, where you already have a big community on YouTube, but you want to be able to reach them directly, you're trying to be able to spread the word now to say, hey, I'm still doing what I'm doing on YouTube, but I'm going to do even more on my own website, and you're going to be able to have even more personalized ways to be in communication and have lessons and other things. So that is really good news, because you finally have a way to give people the opportunity to reach you directly. You can connect with them directly, and then the people that are on your site are part of your direct community.
Exactly. It's going to be much easier to get in touch with me directly. There's going to be blog posts, there's going to be news, there's going to be all the updates and behind the scenes. So when we get a new piece of hardware, you know, all the stuff that right now is spread out a little bit on Instagram, and then a little bit on the YouTube community page, and some in the private group on of the members on Facebook, is all over the place. And this is harder for me to keep track of, like, all the comments and all the people asking me questions, which I do my best to respond to everybody. But with this new website, it's going to be much easier because everything is literally in one place. Not only that, but there's a community tab where all the people can talk to each other, which again, it's kind of awkward on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't necessarily tell you if someone responded to your comment or not. It should be, but it's not the case. For example, YouTube has a notification bell, the infamous notification bell, right? And I have hundreds of people that are they activated the all notification on the bell, and they never get a notification if a new video is up. And that's very frustrating for not just me, but every, you know, I'm friend with all the YouTube community that does the same, you know, thing that I do, and we are all frustrated. And not only that, but there's a bunch of new mixing and mastering courses, and all of them are going to be there. There's going to be like special discounts for people exclusive to the community that is going to be on MixbusTV.com, which is very important. There's going to be a rewards point and you know, a bunch of other things, and so
that's all automatic. That's stuff like if you are part of your community on MixbusTV.com, you'll end up being able to see, all right, let's say you have a t-shirt that's, for example, $30. If they're creating posts and they're making comments and they're talking to their friends on your site in the community, as they do that, they earn points just for being in your community. So a $30 shirt becomes a $25 shirt after you're doing a lot of things to involve yourself in the community. So what it says is that if you already like to talk about things you like, and you're talking to other friends about stuff you like, and you can track these conversations and be part of discussions that aren't broken up because, oh, this was a conversation on this video, and this was on this one, and now you can't even track the whole thing. Now it's all in one community, but the more you do, the more points you can earn.
Yeah, the more active you are, the more points, reward points you get. So that means if you want to buy a course, it might come at a 50%, you know, discount, and that goes for everything that is on the website. There's sample packs that a lot of people don't even know. You know, we've been doing and putting out a lot of product that are really cool, like a crazy nuked snare sample pack, which is really cool. 90% of the audience don't know because it's hard to, again, you need to post like one post on Instagram and the other one in there, and maybe like a tenth or less of your audience sees it. And I think this is very cool. That's why I decided to move everything here and to make this new website kind of the fulcrum, kind of the headquarters for everything that is MixbusTV related. And of course, that's the best place. If you like my teachings, if you like my videos, if you like anything that I do, if you've been following me, this is a new opportunity to get in touch with me and keep in touch with me and talk about like anything that is happening on the channel, especially like a lot of people that buy the mixing courses, then they have questions after. And again, it's hard to go and pick all the comments because, you know, at the end of the day, I have a fairly big channel, and
it'll be much easier for you to actually wrangle that kind of stuff. And then there will be maybe the frequently asked questions that you can handle in different places on your site. People can actually create content and ask you specific questions even within, like, let's say they wanted to make a video and they're like, hey, I mixed this song and I did this and this. What do you think about this part that happened at this particular moment? That would now be possible for you to make a comment directly on the video they uploaded on your site.
Right, exactly. So the community, it's built this way. So there's going to be a section when you guys, the audience, can post your videos, can post your pictures, can post your stuff and talk with me and other people in the community about your mixes, about a piece of gear that you don't, you want to buy or you're considering it. So, and it's great, I think, because my audience, the people who watch MixbusTV, it's quite different than many other mixing and mastering channels, because I've always been like the technical guy, right? And not the entertainer. So a lot of my audience are actually professional or semi-professional mix engineers, studio owners, professional musicians, as opposed to maybe, of course there's a lot of new people starting out,
right,
which are the ones who probably benefit the most from being in the community, but there's a lot of people other than me that can help.
And it's good because you now have a place to put very specific answers for things that maybe are ongoing, that people ask you all the time, and you can actually post something that they can easily find. But that's, again, what is great about this whole setup for you now, is that you have the ability to be in communication more often in a way that's more organized for everybody, and then you can actually continue to give answers. And that's what's great about your content in general, is that you provide answers. If you're looking for how does this work, or what's the technique for this, you have a very step-by-step way of explaining things, and that is a perfect reason why people should want to come to you directly and then be able to decide if they want to take this course or that course, or even buy certain parts of it a la carte. Like, let's say they want just 2 or 3 episodes of this. You have flexible ways of making things available.
There's going to be a section for the events. So there's going to be a session for the live mixing classes, which now, with the help of Session Wire, are a breeze, because we have everything in sync with audio and video and chat.
So you can actually sell tickets to your events right on your website. They don't have to go anywhere else. It's all included.
Yes, exactly. And of course, there's going to be a mailing list. So if you guys subscribe to the mailing list, you're going to know when the next live mixing class is, which right now, again, I was telling you earlier, right? I announced in a video that we are going to do a live mixing class. Tickets are on sale, and I have 50 people telling me, oh my God, I've seen this video a month too late, because YouTube didn't show it.
The notifications didn't work the way they said.
Exactly. So again, the YouTube channel is still there. It's still gonna work and operate the same way. But if you want more, and I want to say a better way to enjoy the content and have more direct approach and communication with me, definitely the new website is the way to go.
So MixbusTV.com is the singular location that people need to find you. They'll see you on YouTube as well, but if they actually want to make purchases, they have to go directly to your website.
Yeah, and it's much easier. And again, the more active you are on the website and the community, the more rewards point you have, discounts and special offers. And even if you want to book lessons, that's all going to add up, and it's going to be great. We can actually, so the page is, at the time that we're doing this video, the page is not ready yet. It's like, let's say 70% ready. We are still changing a couple of things. We're changing menus as we go, even because there's 2 new mixing courses, an EDM mixing course, a hip-hop mixing course, and the next one is going to be another rock mixing course. So we just finished creating new content for the new website, but we can take a look at it. We can definitely take a look at it, so you guys can see a couple of things. And we go to the screen right now, and so there's going to be an about section here where you can get information, just in case you're not familiar with me, with my credits and all the other music production. There's of course Bella's production and everything. There's going to be the services, so you can find the recording if you want to book me for recording, mixing and mastering, music production, all this. It's going to be, again, super easy. With click here and it will link to the booking email. There's gonna be, right now there's events here, but these menu is what we are changing right now. There's gonna be a store, which right now is here, and here you can find the sample packs, you can find the mixing courses, which again, there's a few right now. They're over, I think right now we have like 15 or 16 complete start to finish mixing and mastering courses, which will be uploaded.
And each course has what, a dozen or more videos in it?
Yeah, depending. The mastering courses are a little shorter, of course, but the mixing courses go to from a minimum, I want to say, of 7 chapters to up to like 15.
Yeah.
And it's like very comprehensive. Most of them are the entire process, so from scratch, from recording to the final product, and some other are just straight up mixing courses, so we go from the beginning of the mix, breaking down everything and just go from there. But they're all gonna be here in one page, and you'll get notified when a new one is coming up. And then we have sample packs already ready to go, so it's super easy. You can find everything here. You can subscribe and join the mailing list, and we are probably gonna do something very soon with the mailing list and all the new people that are gonna go there. And then we have the community, and here again there's going to be blogs, which right now is empty because we are not live. You see the yellow bar at the bottom. That's because we are still finished building it, but by the time this video is going to be out, this is going to be up and ready at MixbusTV.com. And there's going to be groups, so you guys, the community, can create groups and talk about specific things. Maybe,
One of the things that gets confusing for people, like an artist that might have a website, they might think, why would I want a community on my site that talks about something other than me? Mm-hmm. That's where this weird ego thing happens, where actually you're missing the point. Yeah. If you look at social media, Facebook, Instagram, it's all about people making comments and then reacting to comments. Yeah. They are living in a space and they are having this community experience. And they're talking about you, but they're talking about other things too. So it's no different. It's a website, but it has a live community that you can access, and you can drop in and say hi and be part of the conversation. But they can also post pictures, and they can say, oh, I just built this guitar, or I just finished creating my new studio control room. What do you think? Mm-hmm. And people can make comments. And then it also has a way on your website where these people that are posting this content will be smashed together with other people with similar likes and dislikes. So it's almost like a dating service.
Yeah, it's cool. It is the community. The community part of the website is really like a social media. Yeah. It's built up like that. Only in this case, it's like for people like-minded, so you're not gonna find your feed, so to speak, like full of like advertisement or stuff that you don't care about, and you have like to scroll and try to find what you're interested in.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of people who like the same things, and then it will give you suggestions. Oh, this guy Jim over here, he likes the same things you like. So you might actually find business connections. Yeah, if you're a mix engineer and you're part of your community, there's going to be plenty of people who are going to need help with this, that, or the other, and this is a great resource for people to say, hey, I'm local, I can help you do that. And this could really be one of those lifelines that if you're just starting a business as an engineer, this is a perfect way to have access to great instruction, but then also people that can be excited about what they're learning and then want to share it and then help each other out. And this is exactly what you need in this kind of community.
Oh, 100%. And of course, there's going to be content that's going to be free and available for everything as well. Just like YouTube, there's going to be content for members and subscribers on the website. And it's going to help me too, because sometimes, YouTube is a little bit of a shit show, meaning you kind of have to play the game and do the stupid title and do the stupid thumbnail. Otherwise, YouTube ranks you low and nobody sees your work. Doesn't matter how good the content is. It's just those, stupid games that you have to play on YouTube. So sometimes I myself find, that I have to do a video that I'm really not fond of it. Yeah. But, if I want my audience to see the good other 5 videos that I've done, I have to keep up with the ranking on YouTube. With this one, I don't have to play that stupid game. So, it's gonna be like really hardcore content for people who actually want to learn.
You'll still make your educational stuff available on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not going away from there, but you're going to promote to make people come to your website directly.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's gonna be cool. It's something more than what we have now.
Yeah.
It's not something less. It's not gonna take anything away from YouTube. It's not gonna take. I'm not gonna post less frequently on YouTube or anything like that. It's just an added value for people who actually want to, make the next step.
What you do is valuable, but you have to make sure that people know how they can find a way to support you. Yeah. And you have to just say, if you like what I'm doing, come to me directly, let's do this together. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, YouTube takes a cut of everything that we do, not just with me, with everybody else. Yeah. And again, you are at their mercy, depending on what this month the algorithm does, and that's never ideal. But definitely, and I want to give a shout out to rewardmusic.com, which is the platform where we created my website, because it's not just great for content creators, it's great also for artists. Actually, the next step is going to be transferring Bella's website with a new EP coming out and the new single and the new video there. So all her fans can find all the new music and the merch and the whatever events is gonna happen, the new interviews and everything. Not only that, but just like me, she's gonna have a subscription plan when her fans can access behind the scene videos, or for example, we have already ready to go for when the EP is coming out, Monty Pittman, which too as well right now. They played 4 songs, acoustic songs in studio, live in studio, which are really, really cool. And that's gonna be exclusive content that it's gonna be on their new website there. And I think for all of you guys, a lot of you guys are artists, which also produce their own music and mix their own music. You need to take a look at this, because that's a way for you as well to keep your audience close to you, connected with you, and have all your music and everything you do in one single place. And it's
every tool that you would ever need to distribute your music, to do live streams, to do pay-per-view content, to do subscriptions, every tool to make that possible. You could have on-demand printing of t-shirts, shipping. All of these things are built into the platform, and it's all in one place, and you get 100% of all your sales.
I think you hit 2 points that are going to probably blow everybody's mind. So you just glide over them, but the fact that if you have merch, you don't have to pay upfront for making the merch. You just design it, and then it's on demand. When somebody buy it, they make it and ship it. Yeah. And second, you keep 100%, which is crazy, because no matter what service you use right now, they're going to take a cut. No matter what, even for just a mailing list, they're going to take a cut. Actually, it's pretty expensive to have a mailing list right now.
Well, that's what people don't realize. Actually, if you were going to put a website together that didn't have mail, of some way to keep in touch with the whole community, you'd have to pay for that service separately. All of that is included in this whole system that is essentially a business hub. Yeah. Any business could use Reward Music as a platform. Yoga studios are using it. There's all kinds of different things, because it's a way to instantly set up a shop where people can pay for your services. And then you have every tool that you would ever need. And there's a lot of cool things that happen, like the site does automatic things. Let's say you haven't been on the site for a few weeks. The site will send you the top things from the site that have been loaded in an email of what you missed.
That's great.
And it will just do it automatically.
Yeah. And also the e-commerce, because again, that's another thing. If you have a website on Wix and everything, you have to set up the e-commerce on that, which you have to pay for. Right. And it's okay, so maybe, I'm an artist, I just starting, how much merch I'm gonna sell? Probably you ain't gonna make enough money to justify opening an e-commerce. But if you don't you never start making money. So it's just a vicious circle, especially for up and coming artists, and this is great that it's set up like this.
So they can look at rewardmusic.com as an option to make their single channel for everything they do, just like what you're doing. I use it for my own website. So it is a tool that was created at the time that the music industry basically was imploding because of the pandemic madness. So everything that was happening for artists, everything was being taken from them. There were already percentages taken off the top, but then things were being shut down, and there was really no way for artists to be able to do what they need to do to survive. And a lot of people started to get the idea that, oh, I really need to have a direct-to-consumer situation. And that's why it was built. And it was built to make it as artist-forward, artist-friendly as possible.
Which translates for content creators as well perfectly. And especially right now when, you know, the streaming services are literally ripping every artist off. You know, if YouTube rips off me, the streaming services.
Well, I mean, look at Hollywood. Everybody's on strike because there's things, the idea of streaming, you're supposed to be able to be paid for that. And there is no one-to-one system that says, oh, this stream equals this much money. They can't tell you. Nobody can tell you. But at a certain point in the very near future, Reward Music will have that answer. And you'll be able to have your own content with a one-to-one stream, which equals money. So it's a crazy system that we are forced to live in as content creators, music creators, artists, whatever you want to call yourself. You do need a place where people can find your stuff and you can interact with them, and it's your world. So just a single place makes it easy, and all it has to be is your own website. Whatever domain name that you own, that just becomes operational on Reward Music platform. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, social medias are cool and are useful for, you know, content creators and artists and everything, but we kind of give them way too much power. We give them our work, which they profit off of, and we don't even have control over our, not control over our audience. We don't have a way to be in direct, you know, communication with our audience, which is crazy.
All of the goodwill that you generate is being monetized by these platforms, and you don't get anything from it. And that's what's crazy, because it shouldn't be that way, but yet that's what happened.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so guys, definitely check out the new website, which again, by the time this video is going to be edited and out, MixbusTV.com is going to be up and running, the new MixbusTV.com, with everything in one place. And I actually want to know in the comments down below, or better in the community page of the new website, what do you think about it? And if you have suggestions, if you want, you know, something that maybe it's not there yet, or something changed, let me know, because all of this at the end of the day is for you guys.
And of course, don't forget to go there and sign up and give your email, because that's the only way artists and creators can reach their audience and make the best for the whole situation. I mean, it really should be this reciprocal way that you can sustain the relationship over time. And that's the whole reason it was built, for people to be able to use.
100%. Are we forgetting anything?
I think that's as much as we could fit in here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me today.
Sure thing.
You guys stay tuned, because we are going to do a lot of things in the future.
Many more things.
So thank you for watching. Go to the new website, leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. Stay safe, and see you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands grip my throat. Lift me up.